Emily, well, there's a big shakeup at Oracle yesterday. The world's second largest software maker announced that co-president Safra Catz will take the role of chief financial officer after Jeff Epstein announced his resignation right in the middle of the all-important fourth quarter. The move raises lots of questions, not least the fate of Oracle's other co-president, Mark Hurd. UBS analyst Brent Thill joins us here in our San Francisco bureau. Brent, never a good thing when the CFO pulls a ripcord in the middle of any quarter, let alone the fourth quarter.
Yeah, not a good thing to see, but I think Oracle's got the ship in the right position. Safra's had the CFO role historically. Oracle's got an amazing accounting department. I don't think they're going to miss.
So since they do the rest of the world's accounting,
I don't think they're going to miss a beat, to tell you the truth. Jeff is an extremely talented exec. No one wanted to see him go. But I think, there's limited oxygen at the top right now, and Larry, Safra, and Mark are really in charge. And I think that this structure has worked for them in the past, and it's been tough. I mean,
what isn't working is having a CFO. I mean, outside of Safra, right? Because how many have they had in the last 7 years? I think 5 CFOs?
Yeah, 4 to 5. Jeff Henley was there for 13 years.
Right.
And since he left, they've gone through 4 to 5 CFOs.
And he's still chairman.
That's correct.
But what is it? Is it because you've got 2 of the top 4 executives have been the CFO? Maybe you're going to throw Larry in there too from the early days.
I think you got to look at the structure of Oracle, right? Larry's in charge of strategy and engineering. Safra's running the inside, and Mark Hurd's running the outside. So it's working well. And again, Safra's been the face to Wall Street, and so most of the interaction has been with Safra. She's given the guidance on the earnings calls, and she's handled the bulk of the questions. So she's had a pretty good control of the company, and if you look at it, since 2005, they've tripled. So I think she's done a pretty good job growing from $12 billion to
And she's a very interesting person, not least of which the rest of the world doesn't really know her outside of Wall Street. I mean, I don't know if she doesn't like the media, just doesn't like to do interviews or anything, but she's as a private face to the rest of the world. But she's arguably one of the most powerful women in all of American business. She rules that company with an iron fist, from what we hear.
She has done an exceptional job of managing the company, and I think that's been her focus. And so sometimes she'll get heat for not being as open and being on the road with investors and have this public face, but I think really her role has been to take care of the inside of the company and make sure that everything operational is running. So she's done her job, and you look at the financials, so she can be criticized as much as others will criticize her, but I think when you look at the actual financials and what she's been able to demonstrate, clearly she stayed focused, and that focus has paid off.
Well, and Oracle's gone through a tremendous change in the last. I left journalism for a few years. When I left journalism, Oracle was essentially a database company. They just acquired PeopleSoft. That was pretty much it. I come back to the world now, and Oracle's a completely different business with lots of different verticals, selling all kinds of different software. Safra and Larry Ellison still there running a very different company.
Yeah, I mean, when you look back to 2005, they acquired PeopleSoft, $9 billion acquisition, and now they're, done about a deal a month and done one big deal every year since 2005, and that continues. And we expect them to continue to make acquisitions with, $9 billion of trailing free cash flow. They're going to continue to make these deals to help the overall growth rate. They're at $35 billion, and they have to continue at that double-digit clip to continue to put these acquisitions on board.
And yet the biggest innovations in software, the biggest innovations in technology seem to be happening away from Oracle. Do we look at other companies to pick up where they used to be, or do you see Oracle as being the leader forever?
I think when you look at their infrastructure business, and they're largely an infrastructure software company, they're well established. The database is effectively the foundation of how these organizations run. They can't run it without the database. The middleware now, the applications, now they're in hardware, and they have an operating system with Solaris. I mean, they've effectively gone from the chip all the way up to the application that you interact with if you're running a company. So I think you're going to continue to see them spread their wings, and they're going to go in a lot of different new directions that, I mean, I didn't think they would buy a hardware company a year ago. That certainly was not a direction.
They've already made that money right back already. Brent Thill, really appreciate it. We'll talk Oracle more later. I'm glad to have you on our show.
Thanks for having me.